Hey painting pals, welcome back to Mandy's Minis Live, and hope you're all having a wonderful Wednesday. I am priming up some models and going to get some painting done, and hopefully a lot of fun chatting with all of you. So, hello Jamie, nice of you to join us. I'm so glad you're here. We're all having a wonderful, yeah, can be, but it wasn't that bad. It wasn't one of those days.
We apologize for the airbrush noise.
Yeah, sorry. Unfortunately, I do have to airbrush these. And normally I'd be doing that in my spray booth with a mask on, you know, proper ventilation and all, but live stream. So, and you wouldn't be able to hear me with that mask on anyway, so.
You just sound like Darth Vader.
I'm already making a big mess here. As always. So, alright, good.
Nobody cares about the big mess.
No, well. Apparently they don't care about the noise either.
Nope.
So, it's all good. So. But, we're going to have an exciting night tonight once I get this priming done. And I'll show you why in just a second. Let me just finish up this one, but I'm very excited because of what I'm going to be working on after this. Just gotta get this one done. Come on, hurry, hurry, hurry. Well, I'm leaving them hanging. I guess I'm building suspense. I'm not very good at it.
Creating tension.
Not very good at it, but...
Well, I mean, you kind of are right at the moment. You've promised something amazing, and now you're making them...
Wait for it?
Yeah.
Oh, wait for it. And there it is. You can't see it.
No, they can't see it.
There's part of it anyway.
Most of it.
Yep. So this is one of my commissions that I'm working on, the Ghost Train. And I'm going to be working on this tonight. So that's going to be a lot of fun. I just have to start by getting it all primed up. So that's going to take, well, at this rate, it's going to take a while.
I have decided that it is the Ghost Train from Final Fantasy VI. I don't know for absolutely sure that it is, but that's my decision.
That's what Ben's calling it. But this is actually for a D&D game. So, should be a pretty exciting campaign. Not that we're playing in it, but this is a...
That's okay. It can be exciting without us playing in it.
Yeah. It's a commission. And this is a new commission, so I don't know if I'll get to hear the story. Most of my regular DMs that commission me, you know, they come back and tell me the story of how it went. I sometimes even get photos. That's really exciting. Of the players reacting to the big bad creations I get to make for them. So that's a lot of fun. That's one of the biggest joys from commissions. Is getting to see how everyone else, well, how the person who commissioned it loves the figure or not. Hopefully it's loves, and if not, then I fix it and adjust it, because that's what you do. You gotta make sure they're happy, right?
Hang on 1 second.
Okay. Alright. Yes, definitely. But I thought you were coming up with the next game, Jamie. Isn't that what we're all waiting for? If I've got my person correct. Oh, look look at this cool back. There's
I
a
know,
whole
I've seen it.
interior.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
It is a very, very cool sculpt.
Ah.
Apparently we do have the right person.
Yep, okay. I thought so.
It's alright. You let us know when you're ready and we'll get the gang together.
Yeah. We know you're busy. You got way more important things than us. But hopefully you're making time for at least D&D with the other people. So, gotta get it in. It has been so long since we've talked to you, though.
That's okay. Swimming is good too.
Yes. We were supposed to go to the beach last week, and we had that ended up with that tornado warning, so that got canceled.
I was on the swim team once upon a time.
Yes, you were. I was not. I love swimming, but I just never think I'm really any good at it because I'm kind of more self-taught and not very good at it.
Makes no difference whatsoever.
But I don't, I can survive. That's the important part. And I have fun with it.
Nice. Testing out of Algebra 2. Way to go.
Oh. Wow. I don't know. You may not want to do that. You haven't heard my math story. I managed to take the same algebra class like 8 times because everyone kept saying you're required to take one. So I kept taking the same one, same algebra class. By the time I was in the last one, my professor said, "Oh my gosh, you're so good at math. You should really be a math major." I just laughed. I'm like, I took this class in 8th grade and in freshman year and in sophomore year of high school and then in college 2 or 3 times. Because again, as I transferred schools and stuff, kept saying, "Oh, you need a math. Okay, I'll take this same math class." And guess what? I got pretty good at it. Still wouldn't know any of it now, but not that I don't do math, but I don't sit there and think about the fundamentals. I just think about the problem at hand and solve it.
That is true. Your dad does know the math. Know his math.
Oh yeah. He's very cool. Oh yeah. Hey, maybe you can help me come up with a come up with a seminar or two for the Great Lakes Challenge coming up. I still forgot to respond to the email.
Good job, babe.
I know. I got busy with work. I haven't had a chance. So.
Let me take care of that for you.
But, well, no, don't, because I have it already started. I just wanted to give them a couple ideas and kind of let them pick what classes or seminars they wanted me to run. So, I was thinking maybe something about brush care would be cool. That would be helpful for both modelers and painters. Oh, that's nice.
That's okay. You can get the lecturing anytime you want.
Right, yeah.
You get the friends and family discount.
You know how to reach me. But yeah, I still have to come up with seminars. Like I said, I was thinking about brush care. I know I had thought of a couple others when Dan was here and we were talking about it, but Of course, now I can't remember what they were.
And I don't remember at all, so sorry.
Yeah, you never remember. Sad thing is, I know Dan doesn't remember either.
The train is commissioned. We're 99% sure that it is the ghost train from Final Fantasy VI.
No, Ben keeps saying it's the ghost train from Final Fantasy VI. It is for a D&D game. I was commissioned to do that and some of the NPCs and... Now I'm getting my airbrush all clogged up. Primer does that. So, okay, so brush care. We like brush care. Alright, what other seminar would be good? Last year I did OSL and skin tones, I
I
think.
believe you did skin tones, yes.
Yeah. So I don't want to do those two again. Because I assume there's going to be a lot of the same people there, so I'd rather do something new for them.
Yeah, I don't know. I got a whole bunch of nothing.
Yeah, you should check back through some of my videos, and because you're able to look up on YouTube right now, and I'm not.
I suppose I could do that.
See what popular videos we have.
No, I don't want to go to the live. I just want to go to the channel. Thank
They
you.
want you to watch me now.
They do. I understand this, but
But you can't really explain to the algorithm that, you can just look to your left and
right?
I don't have to be on your screen like everyone else is. In fact, you're trying to get away from me.
I am not trying to get away from you. Why would I try and get away from you?
Well, according to you, I was on your last nerve about 10 minutes ago.
That was 10 minutes ago.
Seriously?
Sorry.
Okay, what is going on here? The joys of airbrushing.
Right?
That makes no sense. Okay. Well, whatever it was, they apparently fixed it. So, that's good. Once I get this primer on, we'll be moving pretty quickly painting it up because the primer is really rough for the airbrush. That's why I don't use my good airbrush when I'm priming. I use Ben's.
Well, babe, I hate to say it, but the standout ones are brush care and hair. So many things on the 3D print.
Yeah.
Way to go. I'm angry at my 3D printer, so I'm avoiding it.
Well, yay, we can all prime together. Well, actually, I don't think, was it Julie? Jamie, sorry. Could not remember the name. I know the real life name. But, yeah, I could not remember the online name. Anyway, yeah, I don't think Jamie's priming anything up. So she can't prime with us. Well, I mean, she could, but...
I'm sure she can find something in Prime somewhere.
So, question posed from Izzy. What happened?
I've just been getting nothing but
He's been getting some weird fails.
Yeah, it'll print half the plate just fine. The other half will be nothing and stuck on the bottom of the vat. It's very irritating and upsetting, so...
And what's even weirder is that, like, half of them will be missing, like, hands and things like that up at, you know, where they're higher up on the figure. And the other side of the plate will be missing legs and things like that.
Yeah, it's just all sorts of...
Also,
all
hey,
sorts of
here I am.
unpredictable.
Hi, everyone. Now I'm centered. For the moment. So...
Ooh, what are we drawing and what are we painting?
Ooh.
I have not changed anything with my resin, no.
No, we actually use a real nice 8K ABS-like resin.
Yep. It is a very nice, and it's got a really cool color to it. It's called red clay.
And that gives us a great balance between strength and
Detail.
So, oh,
It is very nice resin.
I don't have one that we've printed over here.
I do.
Okay. Oh, sure. This one's not good to show, but
Oh, sure it is.
okay. So if you can see, like, oh,
So much for showing off the strength. Way to go, babe.
I know I pushed too hard. Anything would break with how hard. Basically, my chair kind of moved and right down. But this resin has some flexibility in it. Those are supports. They're supposed to come right off. Here you go. You can see it up here. How it kind of moves. It's not so rigid.
It is amazing how often you wind up drawing maps for D&D. It is absolutely ridiculous.
Oh, yeah.
Always need another map. And we have a Saturn 4 printer. Fingers crossed I manage to upgrade soon to the Saturn 4 Ultra. But we'll see.
Yeah, probably.
I mean, it's a tax write-off technically.
It is a tax write-off. There is that. Okay, seriously, what is going on here? Okay.
But yes, babe, your biggest hits are hair color recipes and brush care.
Okay, well, I don't think hair care is going to go, or painting different hair colors is going to go very well at the modeling club's show.
Oh, jealous. I would love the 16K Saturn Ultra. Tell us more about the character you're playing. We love hearing about characters.
Ooh, that's awesome.
Yeah, anything you do, you're gonna wind up with failed prints. That's the nature of the game.
Right.
But I've been playing with mine long enough. I've been using mine long enough that 4 failed plates in a row is a frustration and should not be happening.
Okay, well this is fun.
Did you break it?
I didn't break it. The primer must have broken it. That's still open. Everything's good. Don't look at me. I have no idea why it's not working. Everything just wants to break on us. Thank you. That's what I'm looking for. Thank you. Oh, my desk is such a mess right now.
Okay, so we've got a human cleric and a dwarven barbarian. Dwarven barbarian is a great choice. Love dwarven barbarians. My go-to character that I've been playing for years and years is a dwarven cleric.
Yes, Ben adores dwarves.
Painting your own mini is a rite of passage. It's a good rite of passage.
Yes.
He's going to do a great job. Well, let's be honest. It's his first mini. He may not do a great job. But it's still going to be awesome, and he's going to remember it for the rest of his life.
Yep.
Mandy remembers her firsts. With hatred and disdain.
Hey, you know what? The first minis I ever played in a game happened just last year.
This is true. And
we never played with minis.
No.
So, not until the game we just did last year. Jamie was in on that. So, that was a lot of fun.
I assume you guys are you guys playing 5th edition or new edition? I told you. Everybody remembers the first mini.
Yeah, it's a special thing. Well, just like first character's special.
Right.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's another edition that came out, you know, so. That's
oh,
D&D
nice!
for you.
Kobolds and rats. We had kobolds in our game.
Yeah.
13th age. I don't know 13th age.
We had rats too.
Yes, we did.
Because.
Yes, I have a little rat swarm mini.
Yeah, and Dan was.
Dan was collecting rat tails. Yes.
As he killed them.
Why people keep collecting dead body parts in my games?
I never did.
I appreciate that.
Well, and technically, Erin never collected dead body parts.
No, she left things behind.
Yeah.
We're not going to discuss that on stream yet.
Yeah.
Okay, new
13
edition,
age.
so the super new one.
Yeah, that's the super new one.
Cool. Let us know how it goes.
Yeah, we haven't even looked at the new one.
Yes, you people are creepy. Collecting rat tails and skulls and... What's wrong with you people?
Skulls. When we played with my brother, he collected eyeballs from everyone he killed. Who would pull out an eyeball and stick it in his pack. And then we went into a temple where services were being held. And he took out the eyeball and started eating them.
He kept them as snacks.
Right there in the temple.
Because, why not?
My brother, I tell ya. Okay. I still don't understand why I'm not getting good pressure out of here.
It's fun. It makes me grow as a DM.
That's what you're gonna go with? As you say it in that grumpy voice?
I can have grumpy voice. I don't have to like growing.
There we go. Now I got it fixed.
Good little elf bard addicted to caffeine.
Yes. Yes. That was a fun addition as well.
Yeah, didn't you try and convince me it was like jerky? Again, y'all are weird. But then I suppose that's safe to say of all players.
Yeah, but that's the fun of D&D. You get to do things that you would never do in a million years. And, you know.
And sometimes things that are, you wouldn't do because they're illegal.
Oh, yeah.
Like removing somebody's eyeballs and chewing on them.
Yep. Jamie, I don't think you saw my my next character. She's still being painted up, but that's true. But yeah, so this is my little tiefling that I'm gonna be playing next. She's half demon, and she's a druid. A druid tiefling, so that'll be interesting.
Will be an interesting sight.
But yeah, that's for a different game. I actually don't even know what I'm playing in the next game. Oh, thank you both. I'm glad you like it. But yeah, no, I don't even know what I'm playing in our next game. I know that Dan and Tracy already have their characters, and Matt knows what he wants to do.
Yeah, we'll get it all figured out.
I'm telling you, I'm just losing pressure galore. I don't know what's going on here. This is the one problem when you have to rely on the airbrush for priming, and it doesn't like priming. It should not be taking me this long to prime up the model.
You want me to take it in the other room and rattle prime it?
No, you're gonna destroy it. I hate the rattle primer. I don't know. Have you guys, either of you guys tried a rattle primer? My big problem with it is it always comes back either way too thick, or it comes back. I say it comes back because I give it to Ben to go do. Or it's sticky and just like never really dries properly. But at the same time, I'm telling you. Did you, because you're the one who did this, did you,
Yes, I strained that.
strain it?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so what's going on in here? What the heck? Okay. Well, I just found two problems, so that would be what's going on.
Well, there you go.
Yeah. So, airbrush is a very delicate machine.
They started with rattle cannon. It took forever to dry.
Yeah.
They switched to brushes. It just takes forever to do. Especially on something this big.
Right. Normally, it does not take this long to airbrush prime. It's just having so much issue today. Oh, there it is.
You got your clumpy?
Mm-hmm. There we go. Hey, look at, there we go. You can hear the difference. also not much in there anymore.
Yeah, that sounds about right. 5 thin coats of rattle can and about an hour between each.
Right? See, the problem with this is as the primer dries, because I've been doing it so much, it gets really thick and then it creates clumps at the bottom. And because it's the gravity feed. And so then the clumps slow it down and suddenly I can't finish. Usually, when I clear it out, like I just did previously, that fixes it completely, but when I poured it back in, it decided to clump up again.
It's just being feisty because it knows you're on video.
Yeah, probably. And yet another reason why I have not made a airbrush video yet.
Hey, that's what you could do.
No, because we are not taking an airbrush to the school.
Okay.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Particular reason?
Because it could make a mess and then the club could be liable for it, and that's a bad idea. So, no.
See, now you need to do a haunted ghost town map.
No, not a ghost town. It could just be a haunted forest. But you gotta stick with the ghost theme going on tonight. We got the ghost train. Why not a haunted forest? Those are always fun to throw in there. Actually, one of my main character that I usually play when we play together, she has a haunted forest around her house. And it's haunted by the soul of a silver dragon who is protecting her because she did something for the dragon when he was alive. I don't even remember what anymore. So he basically died and left his soul to protect her house, since she's always off adventuring and rarely there.
Oh, proper ventilation poo. You can open a window and put in a fan and, you know.
No, yeah, see, I agree. No. Airbrush at the school, not good.
Hey, if high school, if my high school experience 20 years ago was anything to go by, and I do not condone any of this, people are putting way weirder stuff in their bodies than airbrush fumes in high school. That's all I'm going to say on that subject.
I'm not sure that school has, the same kind of vibe your school did. But
It's high school. There's a rebellious vibe in the
oh, well, that's great to know in case there's a fire. Probably all the windows don't open. That's that's safe.
Considering all the YouTube videos we've been watching about fires lately? Yeah.
But then again, I suppose that if there is a fire, you could always try and break them.
This is true.
That works just fine if it's that bad of an emergency. Man, okay. Come on, you can do it. trying to get the last of the cleaner out so that I know it's all clear. And we're almost there. Almost there. Alright.
Izzy wants to know about your airbrush setup. Do you do it within a partial box thing? Do you have any ventilation? We were thinking of setting it up with like a 3-sided box around it.
Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. I wanted to use a filter. I want to refilter this.
Okay.
I need help to refilter this. Okay. Hold
You
that.
want me to hold the brush or the...
The brush. Hold the brush, please. Alright, I will take the brush. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. So, I usually, I will be honest, I usually just paint at my desk. I have a airbrush booth that hooks up to a window, but we haven't hooked it up yet. So I just got it for Christmas. So I haven't had a chance to hook it up because it requires rearranging the studio. I'm a Gen Xer. We did 7 dangerous things before lunch every day. So I don't know. I just don't worry about it too much. And I do have the... Ooh, that's a little too close. I'll show you up here. I do have the respirator that I put on when I'm doing a lot of it. But...
Not for videos.
You just can't hear me talk when I'm doing it. When I'm wearing it. So I'm not wearing it now. But normally, even with just 4 of them, especially one being this big, I would put it on. Just to be, you know, a little safe. But look, this is how it's supposed to work. That's how it started. Now I finally got it back to it. Okay. You're not supposed to just laugh. You're supposed to tell me
So
what's being
Izzy
said.
says sounds like us.
Yeah. Yeah, we're just part of that generation that's like, yeah, I know better, but, well.
Something's got to kill you one of these days.
Yeah, but, you know, the later the better.
Right.
And I have other bad habits that are likely to do way more damage before this. So. And far more severe damage, so. Till I get those under control, this is the least of my worries. But that's the joy of life. We're all work in progresses, right? But yeah, no, I'm still stumped on other ideas for the seminars. You guys got any ideas? Other than brush care, I really like that idea because, again, modelers and painters.
Drinking out of the garden hose was the best.
I never did that.
Seriously?
I never did. My friends did. I stood next to them while they did it, but I just never did it.
You're missing out.
I don't know.
It was all warm and like a little bit metallic.
You're not selling it.
I know.
Honestly, you're
Tasted
not.
like youth. The modeling club that we're a part of.
So there's
Mandy will explain it better apparently.
Yes, there is a it's called the West Michigan, because we're in West Michigan. IPMS.
International Plastic
Plastics
Modeling Society.
There you go. And Water tasted so good for no reason.
Yeah, it did. It did.
But JB, you're too young. No, you're from the generation that's not allowed to do that stuff.
Yeah, but she's got good parents.
She does. Yeah. But so it's basically a modeling club. So they do like the airplane models and the ship models,
Train models.
boats,
Not a lot of
trains, all of those kind of things. And, miniature painting is, of course, a little bit of that. So, again, we kind of joined up with them because they're awesome people and we have a lot of fun. And they have a big, hold a big contest? Is that the right word? Show? Model show. Every other year. And 2 years ago, we were part of it, and I did a seminar on how to paint skin tones and how to do OSL. And so I'm trying to come up with some new seminars. They're usually about like an hour long. Ooh, there's still more primer. Save that for next time. Usually about an hour, and it's more of, rather than a class where you're actually doing, the participants are doing anything, they're more just watching me teach them how to do something.
Kind of like a Twitch stream, but in person.
Yeah, there you go.
You're welcome.
So, I don't want to do the same ones because chances are a lot of the same people are going to be there, and they already heard my spiel on the other ones.
Rodney says planes, trains, and automobiles, the plastic version.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Hi, Rodney.
Except tanks instead of trains. Lots and lots of tanks.
Yeah, we don't have a lot of trains in our group that I know of.
A lot of tanks, a lot of boats.
A lot of planes.
Lot of planes.
So, well, I mean, it also kind of helps that we meet at the airplane school.
Yes.
So,
aviation school, yes.
Thank you. That's the word I was looking for. We meet at the aviation school, so of course planes are going to be a bigger deal for our area. I don't know about the rest of the nation, but it's a nationwide club. So you should check off and see if you have them. Keep yours.
Don't ignore it.
You should be blocking or removing that.
We will figure that out. Yes.
It's part of the moderation.
Yep.
So anyway, so I've want to give them a couple options for seminars for what would be good. Maybe something with TMM, like how to improve your metallic paints and painting with shiny paints. That video came out on Patreon.
Izzy says something. It says, "What about painting on windows? Something on painting windows."
Oh.
Because some of them have clear windows, some of them do not. So you could paint in the windows.
Yeah. I don't know, but that. I suppose I could just do like painting glass.
Yeah.
Because that way, whether it's glass vials or,
Yeah.
potion bottles, things like that.
Yeah.
All right. Make note of it.
I noted.
No, you're going to forget. You,
It's noted.
I think I'm going to forget, too, but it's one of those.
You should ask, Rodney. We didn't think we would get much out of it, but we really did.
Yeah, actually, that's how we met Dan and
Jamie.
Jamie, all of our other friends that we hang out with.
And we've gotten a lot of cool, cool build ideas from them and painting tips.
Right. Oh yeah, they know some really cool stuff. So learned a lot about weathering and different techniques that they do more in the modeling side that we don't really do much in the miniature painting side. And they have some of these really cool techniques. As soon as I get some time, so that means like never, then I'm going to go ahead and make some videos and try these out, because there are some amazing weathering tips, and I suck at weathering. I love it, but that's my problem, is I always go too far with it because I love doing it and I just get carried away, and before I know it, it's just a hot mess, minus the hot part. So that's kind of where that is. But yeah, it's such a great way to connect with people who like similar things. It may not be the same exact thing. Some masters at weathering. Yeah.
Yep.
Oils and enamels. I hate enamels.
You like your oils, though.
I hate enamels. I love oils. And have you heard of the oil dot technique? Chipping, yep. I've got chipping medium. I always tend to forget about it because you have to do that like so early in the process, and I'm just too excited to put the rust on that I forget to put the chipping medium down first. But yeah, chipping is awesome. And then, but yeah, so with the oils, there's something called like the dot method, where you put little dots of colors in oils, and then you use the mineral spirits to streak them down to kind of let them run, and then you kind of lighten it a little bit after it dries, and it basically makes this cool effect that when oil or when muck and mud dries, sometimes it has different color shades to it. So it really gives it kind of a unique look, realistic. The oil dots. Yes, that's exactly it. That's the one. I have an entire step-by-step tutorial that somebody sent me for it, and I just have not had the time to test it out, but I am so eager to do it because I think that looks so cool. And that's exactly where I learned it from, is one of these modeling guys. They have, and so many of them have been doing it for so many years, like so many years, that, they know so much. And, I'm a person who loves learning. I watch documentaries. I watch documentaries and tutorials while I'm working my regular job. So, we were talking hours and hours. But I love learning about different things. And once you get paint involved, I'm there. Yeah. Definitely agree on the color mixes.
Okay, while Mandy cleans out her airbrush and grabs her new color for zenithaling, we're going to do something that we've been looking forward to for way too long.
Yes.
And now a word from our sponsor.
Pardon the interruption, painting pals, but you need to enter the Mandy's Minis Crydrufi giveaway. Our friends at Crydrufi are allowing us to give away 2 of their amazing painting systems. The full system. The wet palette, the storage, the water cups, the brush holders, the whole shebang. So we're going to be giving away 1 deluxe model and 1 regular model. So to enter, you need to go to the Mandy's Minis YouTube page, and you're going to click subscribe. Unless you're already subscribed, don't click it again and unsubscribe. Then click Visit Community. Now, this is a new feature on YouTube where you're going to be able to post your own works, comments, everything to Mandy's Minis YouTube page. So take advantage and upload the photo of wherever your workspace is. Get in your entry by August 3rd. August 3rd is the deadline at midnight Eastern Standard Time. Okay? And then we're going to randomly select our 2 winners live on our grand Twitch live stream event. This is the start of our brand new Twitch page. So if you aren't on Twitch, that's okay. The live stream is also played on YouTube simultaneously, so you don't have to go there. We are going to be having a grand event with more surprises and awesome stuff on that live stream. And that's going to be Wednesday, August 6th from 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So make sure you get your entries in, and best of luck. Oh, well, I hope you guys liked that. Yeah, we actually have a fantastic sponsor for the month, Quadrufi, with their contest. So if you haven't entered, actually, last time we ran it, Jamie won one of them.
Yes, she did.
So
she can tell you all how cool it is.
Yeah. So, because they did a contest for us previously. But they're doing a bigger sponsorship now. And when we have our big... Oh, thank you, Rodney. Yeah. I gotta tell you, I absolutely love Quadrufi. They are such a wonderful company. Supporting all the smaller independent channels. They don't actually advertise on the big YouTube channels. But the other thing is, it's such a great product. Yeah, it's amazing with the little space.
Mandy's got big space and she still loves it.
Yeah, I still use mine. I'm not even their target audience, and I use mine religiously. But, I mean, I will tell you, I have never once drank my paint water. Never once. Even before I got my Quadrufi. But that's more of a me freaking out at how gross that sounded when I heard the horror stories of other people doing it. But now it's not even a thought, because this is the Quadrufi system, and you're not going to accidentally... This is dirty, sorry. I told you I use it every day. But this you're not going to accidentally drink or mistake for your cup. I keep going back to that. Like, that's the greatest thing in the world. Don't drink your paint water.
And don't lick your brushes. It's gross.
Yeah, please. No brush lickers. So, yeah. Yeah, well, make sure you don't. I have a big rule. Drink is always on the left. So, you'll always see it coming from over here. And the cup's always on the right. Yes, the drink is empty.
Yes, I noticed.
Thank you. So, isn't he so awesome?
See, apparently it's not that odd.
Yeah.
We've got nobody who's drunk their paint water.
Okay. Well, maybe other people just... Their horror stories about it, man. That was enough for me, but apparently it's not that common of an issue. I think it's the brush lickers.
Rodney uses too many oils to want to try the heat much.
Yep. I don't know,
Mineral spirits are not good for your health.
No. But then you've also got, like, again, going back to, I love learning. Have you guys ever heard of the Radium Girls? They were back in the 40s, 20s, long time ago, before we were born. They used radium to... Or you just have a smart audience. Yeah, I think that's definitely true. Sorry. They've all talked about doing it too, yeah. So the Radium Girls, they were responsible for painting with radium on clock faces so that they would glow in the dark. And they were specifically told to keep to keep the sharp point, use your mouth. And so they would always basically be licking their brushes, yeah.
They're radioactive brushes.
With radioactive material. And then they got so much, jaws falling off and all their teeth falling out and the medical care. And it took them like 20 years of fighting to get recognized for the poor work conditions that they had. So absolutely horrible thing. That story enough, and especially if you see any photos of them, that's enough to scare you. Never be a brush licker again. Even though all the paints we use now, I shouldn't say all, but majority of the miniature painting paints are all safe, and they're definitely not radioactive, but still,
Yes, we have luckily enough gotten rid of most of the poisonous parts of.
Right. Right, but still, that's some scary stuff. Don't mess with that. As I say, as I refuse to have safety precautions airbrushing. It's not that I refuse. Like I said, I can't do it while on camera, and I kind of wanted to do this one with you guys today.
She's sacrificing her health for you guys.
Right.
Don't let her try and convince you of that.
Yeah, no. Don't worry, I won't blame anyone but myself. I know my own bad choices.
We've been making them for 40 years.
Yeah. And we're looking forward to making more, for the next 40 years.
Yeah, lead paint and toxic paints for a long time.
Yep.
They have gotten a lot better.
A lot safer, but still, let's not ingest them or eat anything that isn't supposed to be eaten.
Even if it is in small amounts.
Right. Okay, but come on, guys. How cool is this train?
The train is looking very cool.
I am living. I was very excited when I saw that I got to paint this. And especially to paint it up like a ghost train. Oh yeah. This is gonna be fun.
Hey, the white's going a lot faster than the black did.
I told you, that's because it's not a primer. This is an ink. It's thinner, and so it's less likely to clump up.
You should see the way the focus is bouncing back and forth.
Oh, sorry guys. I'll try and give you a better view. I'm just kind of going all over the place.
I don't think there's a whole lot to see right at the moment.
No, not really. It's just going from black to gray. Well, I guess parts of it are going white, but mostly like where it's supposed to glow. That's where I'm trying to focus most of the light. So.
Oh yeah, that could be too.
What is it?
He thinks it looks like, it reminds him of the train from Ghostbusters.
Oh, yeah. Wasn't that, wait.
Ghostbusters
That's
2,
Ghostbusters 2, yeah. I was going to say, that's the one I know better. The summer that came out, I was trying to get out of the house a lot, and it was at the Dollar Theater, so I watched that like almost every day all summer. So. And, that's awesome. I actually had forgotten about the ghost train in that movie. Alright, so have you guys ever heard of value sketching?
As a painting
I
technique?
yeah, as a painting technique. I do a little bit of teaching here. Technically, what I am doing right now is value sketching, because I am using the airbrush to kind of make the underpainting. This is not the colors it's going to be, but trying to get the values. Whoa, okay.
It's okay.
Alright, sorry, I thought we lost power for a second. Ooh, good job. So basically, yeah, it's creating the values in the underpainting to make it easier for what you do on top. This is actually the entire concept Slap Chop works off of. So, it's just, you know, technical terms and things like that versus the colloquial.
Colloquial.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm not going to say that word today. So, you know, obviously, like the lights here, the smoke is going to be nice and spooky and bright. So, I'm really focusing on making those brighter than the other areas, so that when I do the next steps, it's already got that underpainting of where the highlights and shadows are. So, if you guys watch Marco
Frazzoni.
Thank you. Yeah, I can never remember his last name. He does this a lot on his painting. Does value sketching. And it's kind of just like, the way I think of it more is zenithal priming to the extreme, like to the nth degree or next level. So that's a cool way to think about it, because it's exactly the same concept. All right.
Are you going to use Ghostfire Green?
I am not.
Oh, I'm so disappointed.
No, because, well, I know Ghostfire Green is kind of like my signature OSL color.
But it's awesome.
It is.
It's an awesome color.
It is this color here, guys. Look at how cool that color is. So this is kind of like my go-to for OSL.
It is a great ghost color.
It makes a really nice, it's called Reaper, or it's Reaper, and it's called Ghostfire. So I absolutely love this, if you guys want to get yourself some of that. But I am actually doing the blue spectrum today.
Oh.
So it's going to be the Spectral Glow, which is also Reaper, because Reaper makes awesome colors for OSL. Really, any of their pastels or lighter colors, awesome for it. And, you know, the reason I want to go with the blue instead of the green is because that's going to lean more into the rust and the old of the train.
Okay, that makes sense.
Because of verdigris. So it's closer color to verdigris.
Okay, I can work with that.
So, yeah. Once again, color theory. It's important, but very boring to learn. So. But I have an idea. I finally got my idea. I know I've been saying, soon as I have an idea, I'll get that filmed. Well, I have an idea. Now I just have to find time to get it filmed. So.
3 days before the end of never. No, 3 days before the end of never. Are you looking for a dull metal?
I am not.
Okay.
I am not. I actually need shining metal, because all the weathering effects are going to dull it down, and I need the shiny to bring it. Oh, sorry about that noise.
I have a dark aluminum if you want.
I have gunmetal gray, thank you.
Okay.
I'm excited about using gunmetal gray, because it should be the reference photo that I was sent has...
Easier to say slab chop than zenithal highlighting. I did pick up taking the black and white picture to get the value sketch.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
Yep.
That's what I always find. That's what I always feel like happens. Is, once I lose the black and white, it's like, okay, where am I going to go from here? But then I also don't like painting a model 4 times. So.
Yeah, he is very much against layering.
I am a 1 coat full opacity kind of monkey.
But yeah, the Zenithal is just value sketching and too opaque. Yeah, and honestly, that's not really the main reason why I Zenithal highlight everything. The main reason I do it is actually because it makes it easier for me to see, for me to read the model as I'm painting it. So I don't care if I lose where the highlights are, because I'm going to figure out where they're going anyway.
But it shows you the texture and the shape of the model.
Right. So I just have an easier time reading it against the bright than against the dark. So I can't really use a true black primer without putting white on top of it. Or at least gray. So, but occasionally, when it's not something I have to read very well, or depending on the technique, I might just use a white primer or gray primer and not even do any underpainting at all. But there is... Okay, back when I first started, back in 2020, Reaper had their convention online because 2020 we couldn't do conventions because of lockdown. So what I took one of the classes from, I want to say it was Christine Patterson.
Something like that.
Anyway, she's really amazing, and I was just watching and like I said, this was my first year getting into it. I had just tried my first OSL. I still couldn't do skin tone. I was, not even doing commissions, like really bare bones early in my painting. And I'm watching her skin tutorial, and she's just going with red, blue, and yellow all over the face in different places. And my gosh, she's just going on and oh yeah, just keep blending them in until I get them just where I want them to be for the undercoating. And that was the first time I had ever heard the word undercoating, and I was just like, yep, nope. I noped right out of that class. I was not ready for it. And now the fun thing is, now I'm ready for that class, and yeah.
You are not going to Texas in August.
I am not going to ReaperCon because, well, I will never ever go to Texas, but if I do, it will be in the dead of winter.
And it'll still be too damn hot.
Yeah, it'll still be too warm. I cannot do the heat. I am not good with that. Not to mention, I have an extreme phobia of a particular animal that is prevalent in the state, and do not want to risk any of that, so will not go there. I know that it's an irrational fear on top of that, so even though I know, hey, if you go to a hotel, you're not going to see the animal, does not matter. And I try not to even tell people what it is, because some people don't understand the extreme phobia. It's like paralyzing and like horrible. So, just for those little jerks who think it's funny, oh, haha, it was just a joke. It's like, nope, you don't understand. So I don't even talk about what it is. But my friends know. I don't get me wrong. If I know that you're not going to do it, then I'll say it, but I have no problem telling you. But
suffice it to say, it keeps me up some nights.
Yeah, it's bad. Like, I have to, like, if I if I have a nightmare with that in there, I have to wake him up. And he has to sit up with me all night until I can get back to sleep. And it's horrible, like debilitating horrible. So, alright, let's get some actual color going on here, though. And that's such a great color. I have to tell you, I don't know if you guys have ever, I don't know if you guys airbrush, but let me tell you, I mostly do not use Vallejo at all, but the Vallejo metal airs, I love these for the airbrush. They are just so smooth. And honestly, plenty of other places, but even when I did my colored metallic video, which if you haven't seen it yet, that means you're not on Patreon, but you'll see it on Saturday. It'll post and be live.
Yep, not long.
So little preview for you on that. But in that video, I'm also using the Vallejo because it's just such a great.
I don't know that I could ever paint that way. I've seen guys like Roman Lapat paint splotches of color on a model for underpainting, and then it's a masterpiece. And I have no clue how. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. No. Well, and here's the thing. Like, I've started to learn some of the underpainting and why it's done and things like that. But as far as skill-wise, I don't have a whole lot on where to put them exactly, and it's not something I've mastered yet. It's not even something that I've been able to do correctly. I've tried it, not successfully, but I have tried it. I will continue to try it because, like I always tell you guys, you got to keep at it or you're never going to get it. And there's no reason to give up on it. But, yeah, I'm not there yet either, so. But, yeah, some of these master painters, man. My favorite was, okay, I don't know if you guys know who Francesco Farabi is. He does a lot with scale color and scale 75. He's ridiculously amazing. His freehand, he will take a Space Marine and every little section will have freehand all over it. And I mean, just amazingly detailed. And I'm telling you, I took a class of his at Adepticon, and he said at the beginning of the class, by the end of this, you'll be able to paint anything freehand, anything on a model. And I'm sitting there going, oh, yeah, right, sure. He's right. I went through his class, I walked out of there, I'm like, I can paint anything freehand now. I still haven't done it, but oh my gosh, it was such a great class. So I also had a really awesome class with him the year before on environmental lighting, and that was really cool. I was doing really well in that class all the way up until we got to the NMM, and I didn't know there was going to be NMM in the class, and I didn't know how to do it yet, so I kind of just fizzled out at the end. But it was so nice because when I did the other class with him, the freehand, at the end I was able to show him a model with NMM that I did. And hearing him cheer for me for actually getting the NMM and doing it was just one of the biggest highlights of my life, honestly. But he is such a great guy and a great teacher. I definitely recommend checking him out because wow, his stuff is so beyond, and it's not really like all the others. Like, I'll say like Jose da Vinci is amazing, Sergio Calvo amazing, but honestly their styles are kind of similar, which is not to negate anything. Like, so what? That doesn't matter. But like Francesco Farabi, when I look at his work, I know it's his. It is. There's no mistaking it for anyone else that I've seen anyway. So it's funny when Scale 75 puts up one of his samples. His name is Francesco. Ben will type it in.
Yeah, you gotta tell me if I spell it even remotely right.
Okay, Francesco. Last name is Farabi. F-A-R.
Hang on.
Sorry. No, that's Francisco, not Francesco. Go. Yep, there you go. F-A-R-A-B-I. Farabi. Yep. Okay. Still trying to. Believe me, I'm still trying to master NMM. I can do it. But I am not good at it.
Besides, shiny paints are so much more fun.
Yeah, I do. I love metallic paints. I do. But there is something about that skill that everybody just wants to know how to do it. Whether you want to do it in the end or not, you still just want to be able to say you can do it, you know? It's that... It's that prestige thing.
Yeah, it is a prestige skill. And as far as the coming naturally versus learning, I am a firm believer that anything can be learned. There are a lot of people that may be able to learn it a lot faster than you.
That is very true.
But anything can be learned. That looks really sharp, babe.
Thank you. But yeah, and you know, there's a lot to it. Like, I actually have, I will say I have a natural talent when it comes to colors and color matching. And I have done toy restorations, like vintage toys that they commissioned me to basically repaint and everything.
She got to repaint the General Lee and a bunch of vintage G.I. Joes.
Yeah, so, but I am really good at being able to see that and go, this is that exact match. And it is not an easy skill. I don't know how to teach it, but it is very valuable. So I really want to figure out how to teach others to do it, because I know that that's what kind of gives me my edge in a lot of things on this. And if I could teach others to do it, then, you know, everybody could do this amazing color matching, and it would be awesome. But
he's working on his OSL from El Ministeria. His is a great Facebook page. I love his Facebook page. He's got some awesome stuff on there.
Wizard with glowing effects. Yes. I love wizards. Is it like a bust, or is it just a figure?
Oh no, he does all sorts of...
No, I'm talking about the OSL.
Man is a wizard.
Oh, is a wizard with glowing effects. Okay.
Not any
Sorry,
particular
I'm
one.
having trouble reading it, and he doesn't read them out to me like I've asked him to.
I'm working on it. I'm doing better. Leave me alone.
But yeah, you know, the funny thing, I love my story about OSL. I was so frustrated with OSL. I was doing, it was for a contest, and I was doing a Tree Lord, Warhammer Tree Lord. And I wanted to do OSL, in the kind of the grain of it, the grain of the wood. It had these like swirls where I thought it would be perfect to do the OSL coming out of there. And I could not get it to work. Seriously, you want to go any louder?
Sorry.
Now he's gonna pour it into a cup. So I'll get the nice
Oh, jeez. Will you
Coke sound.
Will you tell your story?
No, now I gotta have a sip. Sorry, all this talking. And then watching you, I'm getting thirsty. Anyway, so I could not get it to work. I was so frustrated. And finally, I just sat back and thought, you know what? I'm just going to put the dark color in there, finish it, call it done, and just whatever. And it just is what it is, you know. And the minute I put that dark color on, boom, that was where the pop was. And suddenly it's glowing. And I'm like, really? That was all I had to do was the next step and it would work. So yeah, trust the process. See, I told ya.
It's not even Coke, it's root beer.
Yeah, he's got root beer. I've got the Coke.
There's something about root beer out of a can that's just amazing.
Then why did you pour it out of the can?
Because it still came out of the can.
I prefer fountain myself, but
Well, yes.
fountain drinks are always the best. One of these days, we're going to have fountain soda in our house. Dream list. But yeah, so anyway, that's my OSL. So that's why I always stress the contrast, because it just wouldn't pop. There was no OSL, no glow, until I put the dark color in for it to contrast off of. And then it's like, oh look, it's glowing. And I got second place. Thank you. So I was really, really excited about that.
Never get the prize they promised, though.
I didn't, yeah. That's okay. I don't really need it. I mean, it'd be nice, but, you know. We just don't need to, worry about it.
Exactly.
That's it. I usually lack that contest, and the glow just seems flat. Yeah, you gotta get it extreme. And I knew I had the right colors, you know, to make it pop, but it just, like I said, it wasn't working. I was going from, and this is where the Ghost Fire started from. I did Ghost Fire Glow, and then I had, no, it wasn't this one. Dragon Green. So I was going with these two colors, and it just was not glowing. And then after that, I put, yep, this one, Spruce Green. Oh, there we go. And I mean, you can see that color difference. Like, that is extreme. But it needed that extreme in order to pop. So when it was just these two, it wasn't far enough. Jamie, everyday name or fantasy?
She wants a random name.
Oh. Okay.
1 minute. We'll get you something.
What okay, so what are we saying?
No, she just give her a random fantasy name.
Yeah, no. Go ahead, honey. You can pick. I'll be over here painting. Oh, actually, before I start painting, I should clean my airbrush so it doesn't, you know, get destroyed. Of course, then again, it is still Ben's airbrush, not mine, so. Is this the new cleaner you made up?
No. That is the new cleaner.
Okay, thank you. I was getting worried because that did not look right. Alright. There's my little brush.
Yeah, honestly, watching Mandy paint for, 3 or 4 years now, OSL can come down to something very, very simple. Bright in the middle, medium, half and half, and then dark on the outside.
Yep. So that's really just all you need is that.
And if you want to
nice
go
mix.
super, super simple, if you put white in the middle and a little bit darker color outside, it almost always looks like it's glowing.
Yep. So the key for OSL, the easy part of it is just you gotta make sure you have extreme contrast, and the light part is your source. So if you want to think about it from fire burns down. So it's opposite of what you'd normally paint, whereas the lower part is brighter than the higher part. Whereas normal light, the highlights go on top. With OSL, frequently it goes the other way. But again, it kind of depends, because if you're doing like glowing eyes, it's just the inside versus the outside. But I actually have, once I got that first OSL after that whole meltdown and finally getting it right, I actually had so many requests for OSL, and then so many requests for me to teach it, and in a specific way. So that was like when I first started my channel. My very first video, actually videos, because we broke it up into 2 parts, and they're still too long, to the point where I call them unwatchable. But they're still up, so if you guys want to check them out, go for it.
They were also the first video we ever did. So.
Yeah, literally the first video we ever made. And, I mean, technically I posted them second, but they were still the first ones we made.
They're not great videos.
They're so bad. Well, I did exactly what I was asked to. And I was asked to show every color, every option for OSL. Yeah. Right. Yeah, it's so weird how it goes backwards. And it's so funny because I actually have like a mental list in my head of what is backwards. Because OSL isn't the only thing. OSL is backwards. Glass is backwards. Highlights go on the opposite side of your lighting source and underneath. Water, like if you're doing tears and stuff, those work opposite. Crystals. But I mean, if you think about it, everything translucent. Gems, crystals, water, glass, those all kind of fall into that same thing. So those are all reverse, and the highlight goes down. And I've got a video planned for that one, but it's not going to come out for a while, so don't hold your breath on that one. That's going to be my tutorial for the beginning of next year, because of my New Year's Sophie tradition. So I figure next year I will do the tutorial on how I do the bottle and the glass she's holding. So I can do that real nicely and kind of show those features. But that's also why that's a good option for the seminar, to take it all the way back to the beginning of our conversations.
Right.
Yeah. I have just been all over the place.
It's alright, you're allowed. It's your stream.
It is. And you know what? We're all having fun.
That's the
I
rumor.
I hope. If not, then really, why are you torturing yourself? But you don't have to stay here. I'm not going to make you.
I do.
You do, yeah. I torture you, but that's different. That's just a marriage thing.
They don't need to hear about that.
Nah. Oh, come on. Not that kind of channel.
And the silence descends. Way to go, I killed the conversation.
Yeah, you did. And I mean, this is a conversation that's been going on for hours. Wow, way to bring it down, Ben.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I went and made everybody uncomfortable. I'm awful, I admit it.
Yeah. Okay. I just realized I said yeah, and I really didn't follow that up. Just kind of saying
Izzy
yeah,
thinks
you're
it's
awful.
hilarious, so. Izzy, is the 16K Ultra the only printer you've got? Just out of curiosity.
Why would she have more than one? She's not weird like us.
There are several people out there who have more than one.
Well, that's true. That is true.
That's all right, Rodney. You're allowed to distract us. That's what it's here. That's what you're here for.
Right?
That's why we're doing it. We go into this with with our fingers crossed that more than 0 people watch. So.
Right? Yeah, actually, I have like a list of things prepared to talk about if no one's on the stream with me. So. Because there's also a replay, so, and it's so funny because a lot of people watch the replays, which I find weird. But then again, I've watched replays of other creators that I like, so
Okay.
it's probably not that weird. But, I think it's because it's me, and I don't know. It just feels weird when it's me.
See? Her husband, it's their first printer. Her husband says so far.
So far, yeah.
We've been through what? We're on our 4th?
Yeah, 4th or 5th.
We keep upgrading.
But the other thing about that is, that's part of our commissions. So,
Right, being able to print them. But yeah, we started on the OG Anycubic Photon, which was absolutely tiny.
Yeah.
And then we upgraded to the Mono, and then we jumped ship to the Elgu. So, I was just curious if you had any comparisons. Rodney watches a lot of replays because usually at work I don't have a chance to pay a lot of attention.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah. See, and that's why I'm not usually on during the day. Because I actually have to pay attention to my job. I know I say I have documentaries going and stuff, but I can hit pause on those real easy and stuff like that. And, there are days when my boss just won't leave me alone. It's like, I'm never going to get anything done if you don't stop calling me every 5 minutes, but...
That's what today was like, apparently. Oh, apparently
Okay.
I had a nerve.
I shouldn't say this on here, but...
Don't do it.
I shouldn't say it, but... The funny thing about that was when we were talking and my boss's husband was like, oh, it's after her working hours, let her go. And she's like, Mandy, she's staying voluntarily. She's basically what happened was at the end of the day I called her, and then it turned after my shift, and but so she was going to let me go, and I said, oh wait, I remember why I called you. I have to talk to you about this one thing. And that was when her husband came in and said, will you let her go? It's past her work time. And she's like, she's keeping me. And then she told him, it's not like that anymore. I was barely on the phone with her today. And, Ben will tell you that was not the case. Well, I mean, it was the case. She was barely on the phone with me. She was IMing me every 5 minutes, but she was barely on the phone with me today. That's why that comment was so funny. So, I mean, technically, she was
off
correct. Oh, well. There we go.
Yep.
Getting some more colors on. Yeah, my boss is a little crazy, but I do love her, so it's okay.
Rodney sneaks videos while stuck in terrible Teams meetings that I have no business being in.
Oh, you're in one of those kind of jobs. Oh, I'm so sorry.
This meeting could reasonably have been an email.
Yep. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, we don't really get those meetings. That's the joy about a small company. So everything that we tend to do and meet on is important. But I get the other end of that because as of right now, I am short an assistant, so I have to answer all the phones. I have to do all of the admin work. I have to do half of the marketing job. And she wants me to completely rebrand with a new logo design and 2 brand new websites completely redesigned. And how quickly can I get all that done?
Should just take you 10 minutes.
Even she's not that bad. So, but it's okay. It is what it is.
Most meetings can usually be an email between 3 people, which will be the ones doing the actual work. Yep.
Right.
Nobody liked group projects in high school either.
Right. Ugh.
Mandy's job is basically company vice president for a real estate firm.
Technically, my title is director of operations.
But you're the one who does everything.
Not quite. Basically, I'm the director of operations, so anything that's operating in the company, I make it work. But, yeah, I mean...
You're on your own for just a minute.
Okay. So, that is technically my job for a real estate brokerage. But we're a small independent brokerage, so none of the big names like Coldwell Banker and Keller Williams and all of that. So, but yeah, that's what I do. Mostly marketing because I was hired as the marketing manager. I'm in IT. Okay, so yeah, I do. I'm also the tech person for our company, which tells you how sad that is. Because, like I said, I was hired for marketing, and now I run pretty much everything. Run the office and all the policies. I actually do the training for the agents too. So, literally a little bit of everything. But. Yeah, I'm not actually an IT person. I just know computers better than anyone else in the office. I usually, when I do talk to the IT people, I tell them, listen, I know just enough to be dangerous, so watch what you tell me. Because, I'm not going to call you until after I've tried restarting it, unplugging it, and plugging it back in, and all of that stuff. But at the same time, I'm probably the one who broke it trying to figure out how to make something happen that I really had no business touching. So, but hey, it's all learning. Like I said, I love learning. Yeah. See, and I do love, like I said, I love my boss. She is one of my biggest supporters. She's the one who bought the airbrush booth that we were talking about for Christmas. I've mentioned in other videos that I was only able to make because she bought me the stuff for it, usually for Christmas presents, because she goes all out, and she's super generous and not a corporate atmosphere at all. Like, very much the way work should be, as long as you show up do your job, do it well, don't goof around, don't play on your phone all day, don't start drama, then, she's going to give you ultimate respect and loyalty, and, you can give it back to her and not worry about advantages being taken of you. So I will say that about my company. But she is still a demanding boss because, well, she wouldn't be a very good boss, or the company wouldn't be running well if she wasn't. So she kind of has to be. So, all right. And Ben has an interesting job, though. Ben actually designs contact lenses, specialty ones, for eye doctors, for people who have like special needs on their contacts. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, it is really rare. I actually had a previous boss who I thought was just as good and everything like that, but like I babysat his kids and all this other stuff and was very, very loyal to him. And he laid me off back in 2008 when that recession happened, which I understood because he had to cut somewhere because it was a recession and everything like that. And of the managers, I was the one with, basically the least important. And then he brought me back afterwards. And then he screwed me over in the end. So, and when I look back, all the things, he promised he was going to help with this and do that and never did and never got a raise and all this other stuff. And so I swore off I would never be loyal to a company again. I like, everyone's right, just even the small businesses, they don't actually treat you right. So no need to put your loyalty there. And my boss, well, she just proved that all wrong. So I'm very lucky on that. But yeah, Ben's job is very specialized. But he absolutely loves it. I absolutely love his job for him because he gets a lot of respect, which other places don't do, And his is also a company that really takes care of its employees. And, like, the medical benefits we get through his company are ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. So he's never allowed to quit or, leave that job because I don't know how we'd survive without that medical. It is so good. So... yeah, that's work. And, there are, of course, even with a job you love, there are days when it's just rough and you don't want to do it.
Ain't that the truth?
Yeah, but that's also one of the other reasons why I said I'd never go to miniature painting full time. Technically, I probably could. Right.
Yep.
See, and that's what my new boss does. Or, well, I shouldn't say new, but
Current.
My current boss, that old boss didn't. Like, she actually backs things up. In fact, the last time she tried giving me a raise, I said, I really feel like I need to tell you no, because I don't need a raise. I need an assistant. And she said, well, you don't get a choice in this. You're getting a raise. And yes, we're hiring you as an assistant as well. So, I had nothing to complain about at that. But, Yeah, I wanted the assistant. I wanted help more than I wanted more money, and how rare is that? But so we're very lucky. It sounds like, Rodney, you got a good job. Maybe a bit boring from time to time, but a good boss is really so integral in life. Just we all spend way too much time working, doing something with miserable people, you know. So, not a fan of bad bosses. Not that I think anyone is, but that was my job this last weekend. Yeah. Yeah, you're lucky though, Izzy. You only have to work a couple days.
I mean, chess work forever, but
yeah,
those
that's
days,
true. Yeah, I don't know if I could.
it would take a lot
would
of
do
getting
it.
used to.
It would take getting used to, but I would totally do it for the rest of to have so much time off. Oh, so worth it.
Exactly. Rodney says, I've been asked why I don't paint full time. I think it would ruin the enjoyment if I put
Right. Right. You have no idea how many times I get requests for commissions I don't want to paint. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, to be forced to paint something that you hate to paint or don't like it's just not worth it. And to have to do it.
Right, to have to balance the idea of having to balance, do I want to paint this or do I want, to
Eat?
pay the right.
Do I want to eat this
pay
week?
the mortgage this
or,
week.
Yeah, but and then there's so much more you have to put into it. Like, okay, so how much do I have to spend on marketing to get a good enough return? And it's like, I don't want that. I just want to paint. I want to paint when I want to paint
minis
and have fun. I still love doing commissions because, like I said before, I love the joy people get from it. When I can really make what they want come to life. So, yeah.
Izzy says her job actually sucks 90% of the time, but it's only 24 hours a week.
Right? Yeah, so lucky. So lucky that way. But yeah, and it's so funny because you have no idea how many companies are reaching out to me. Oh, we could market this and blah, 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 and, so that you get a bigger Instagram following and this and that, and it's like, yeah, but I don't want more business.
Yep, it looks like everybody feels about the same way. Rodney turns down jobs he doesn't like.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, Jamie's back to figure painting. Good to hear.
Yay.
I mean, not that anything else is, lesser or anything. It's just, we have a soft spot in our heart for it.
Well, yeah. Kind of the whole idea here. But yeah, so that's pretty awesome. But yeah, that's the one thing that I'm so glad to hear. Like, I always feel like when I start talking about my job and how much I love it, I feel like I'm bragging and stuff, and I always kind of feel bad because I know so many people hate their jobs and stuff, so I start to feel guilty about like bragging. So I am so finger painting. Oh.
Hey, just because that's the level I'm at, no need to point fingers.
We do have a video about that, except we called it brushless painting, not finger painting.
We did paint with our fingers on a couple pieces.
We did, quite a few. Actually, if you count removing paint, I do that all the time.
Yes, you do that frequently.
Again, I am a messy painter. Of course we do, since you and the other two. So. Okay, wait, so who said that took off a couple months of
Jimmy.
Okay. Back to enjoying it even more. Okay, perfect. I am all caught up on you guys now. So, alright. You know, I gotta say, I don't know why I was expecting to zip through this so much faster.
I was going to say, there's a lot of little details.
It is. And this is only my base coat.
Yeah.
I haven't even gotten into, you know, my mid-tone is going to be, you know, obviously a bronze. This is my, I actually love this. Burnt, oh, here we go. AK Burnt Tin. If you guys haven't used that, you should definitely check that out. It is the perfect shadow color for any gold, bronze, brass. It's like a perfect shadow color, and
Any
it's
of
a
those
metallic
golden
of
colors?
itself. Yeah, and it's metal itself, so not to mention it kind of just ends up looking like a rust color, which is why, you know, I'm not so worried about the places that I'm messing up, because we're gonna make this look like rust in the end anyway, so but yeah, so definitely I recommend using that, because here, you know what, I'll switch over, do a little bit of the bronze.
Good night. Sleep well.
Alright, yeah, good night, Jamie. I'll talk to you soon.
Good, now we can talk about her behind her back.
You're horrible.
Only because she would think that's funny.
That's true. In case you guys hadn't figured out, Jamie is one of the people we know in real life. So. Okay. So there we go. But, I don't know how well you guys can see.
Okay.
There we go. So, but just being able to put that one line there and having the shadow on the top and bottom, it just kind of gives it a really cool depth. Because it's like perfectly shadowed. So, this is one of the reasons why I like TMM as opposed to NMM, because you can do all these little tricks to make it more similar to just painting, rather than trying to figure out a hard technique or anything. So that's, and I mean, like, nice, the other nice thing is that goes really fast. So just like layering, you know, the further you go along, the faster it gets, because you're putting less on the figure. So,
It's pretty cool.
yes. So, all right.
We're back in.
Okay. So, see, I guess I can paint it faster when I'm paying attention. I'd so much rather pay attention to you guys right now, though. I can paint this more later. I can't talk to you all night. Mostly because I can't run on Twitch all night, but, you know.
Rodney agrees that TMM doesn't have to have the optimal angle to look at it for the effect.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard that too many times. TMM only looks good from the one particular angle. It's like those good, you know, three-dimensional chalk drawings, sidewalk chalk drawings, where you know, they look awesome from that one spot.
But you get, you know, too far off that and it's meh.
Right,
there's
it's-
nothing wrong with it.
It's still good, but it's just not as wow.
And on top of that, when you use NMM techniques, and we've seen a few videos about this.
Gosh.
When you use NMM techniques with TMM, the effect is
I mean, oh man, it is ridiculously beautiful. So, I don't quite go there that often, mostly because a little bit lazy and I don't have to, you know. I can get away with this good enough. So, you know, it still looks good and, you know, but those it's also the amount of time, you know, obviously the more time you put in, the better it's going to end up looking. And that's why some of those figures, like, if you look at, I know Vince does it a lot, but there's also someone else, and I can't remember who. Could have been Sergio, could have been Jose, could have been Francesco, it could have been Angel, it could have been, you know, I mean, I'm just going to throw out all the popular names. It could have been any of them. I don't remember which. But anyway, one of them was saying how much they like, oh, you know what, I bet it was Trevarian.
Oh, that's very likely, yeah.
Trevarian, he's another one that I really like. And I bet it was him, and he does some really amazing work. He's gotten like 7 golden demons and, you know, amazing. So he's
and you're not jealous at all.
I am not jealous, actually. I have accepted I will never win a golden demon, and I'm okay with that. It's not for lack of trying, it's for lack of wanting to spend that much time on one figure. I don't want to do it. So, that's okay. That's my choice. I don't have the temperament for it.
No multiple 100 hours of painting?
No. I actually did put over 100 hours into my last Golden Demon entry, but it was also a Great Unclean one, so it was a large figure. So it probably should have been, you know, to be on the level of the winners, probably should have been at least triple the time I spent. And I couldn't do more than I did, so is okay. I don't have to win that. I can still admire them. I can keep trying. I can have fun while I'm trying. So no, I don't need to be jealous. Because it's something that I've just accepted. And honestly, I'm far more into the fun and the friends of miniature painting than the glitz and glamour of a golden demon or a slayer sword. Especially like, the one guy, we watched an interview after he won the slayer sword, and he was saying how it was like the 5th time he painted the same figure, and that's how it was so perfect. And it's like, because he had just painted the same figure over and over and over again, for a couple years to build up his skill for it. I think I have the patience. Right? Yeah. I mean, I'll keep, you know, entering, doing my best when I'm at Adepticon. I'll throw something in the case. But, you know, that's fine. I mean, when I went, the first time I entered, my goal was to have someone say, wow, look at that one, that's pretty cool. And within 10 minutes of arriving and walking around the cases, I saw somebody do that. It was so cool. So I won, as far as I'm concerned. I did also want to make it past first round of cuts, but that did not happen. So that's okay. You know, something else to shoot for next time. You know?
And we only compare to ourselves.
Yes, yes. Very important thing to remember. Also, you need to remember that every one of us doesn't follow that rule. So we remind ourselves, we remind each other to help remind ourselves, but it's human nature to compare and to wish and therefore get jealous and all that other stuff. It's just being human. And that's okay. But, we just got to focus on the positive and, in the end, be happy for those who can and those who do and those who have good things. It's a far better way to live than to be jealous. So, and believe me, it's far easier to preach it than to actually live it. So, just because I'm saying it, don't think I'm perfect on it. 'Cause, definitely not. I certainly had my jealous streaks that I've had to overcome, but not in miniature painting. Well, let me say, not regularly in miniature painting. I won't say it hasn't happened here or there, but it always wins out that I'm happy for the person in the end. So, personal goal achieved, right? There was a guy I met at the first Adepticon we went to. We started at about the same time, and it was great because we were kind of like about the same level, and so we had so much in common. So we were chit-chatting, and he had started taking personal lessons from one of these masters, and certainly wasn't something I could do at the time or could afford to do and stuff, but he did, and I was very excited for him, and his skill has just gone crazy good, and now he's doing all sorts of amazing stuff. He's like, not only is he teaching, but he is also like part of a miniature painting museum thing, and like all this amazing stuff, and winning all sorts of these awards. And yeah, I'm not gonna say I don't look and go, sucks that I can't be that good, but always wins out. I love him. He is such a great guy, and he deserves it. So yeah, I can be bummed that I don't have it, but I can always be happy for him, and I always will try to keep that in mind. Again, I'm not perfect. None of us are. It would make things easier, but it's not the way the world works. So I feel like this is my full therapy session times 10. So wow.
Your therapist will be excited. Or disappointed, because she's going to be out of a job.
Right? Yeah, I mean, but yeah, the thing is, like, this is not stuff that I would want to like publicly admit and stuff like that, but at the same time, I kind of think it is important. I mean, we're all adults here, and we all know everything that I'm saying. Enter it. At least to say I was in it. Yeah, and you know what, Rodney? You should always try, because there's no harm in that. And, that's the fun of it. And just to, like I said, my goal was to hear someone say, oh, that's cool. And I did, and that was so amazing. Somebody I don't know, they didn't know it was mine, as I'm standing right next to them.
She lived off it for weeks.
It was awesome.
Rodney, are you planning on going to Adepticon this fall? Is anybody else planning on going to Adepticon?
No, because it's spring.
Leave me alone.
Nobody's going in the fall.
I knew what I meant. Everybody else knew what I meant.
They might not have. They may not even know what Adepticon is. Well, I think Rodney does. I'm actually sure Rodney
somebody does, and knows what the Golden Demon is.
I'm positive Rodney
Of course,
does.
for all we know.
Right.
We are painting a commission a ghost train commission.
Oh, yes. Hello.
Welcome into the chat.
Right? But to my other point previously was, you know, we all know this, but sometimes it's so nice to hear and so refreshing that we're not the only ones.
Oh, absolutely.
So, you know, I can be the, I can try and be the brave soul who puts it out there. At least that's what I'm convincing myself. Probably just the idiot, but hey, I'll own that too. Why not? It's kind of fun. All right. But we are at the end of our time for the day. So I do need to wrap up. So still have other things to do and then get to bed for work. Not this year, so yeah. You know, it's so hard to get to some of these places, but we're definitely going to do Adepticon this year, next year, because we missed it this year. We went to GaryCon instead, which was awesome. But it's far less painting and more D&D, and we're going to go back to Adepticon, so...
Mandy likes painting better than she likes playing with strangers.
Yeah, I'm just not really comfortable. I've had too many bad experiences with D&D with strangers, so I've really don't participate in the games and things like that. So there was a lot of limitations on what I could do in GaryCon versus Adepticon. So then since they're always like, if they're not the same weekend, they're right like back to back. So thank you so much, Izzy. I really love that you joined me for third night in a row. Like Izzy's my new best friend now. We're always together online this week. But I won't see you again, Izzy, for till next week. Actually, no more live streams till next Wednesday. Then I'll be back. But you guys can check me out. New videos dropping Saturday as usual. Of course, Izzy already saw that one because she's in the patron. So they get the videos early. And I, again, thank you so much, Rodney. Well, you'll practice your glazing and blending and all that stuff you're doing awesome with. And start thinking about what we're going to do next. So, plus, you know, Discord. You can always reach out to me in there. So we can talk about what we're going to do next now that you've got your glazing and blending moving. And thank you guys again so much. I really enjoy this. I'm looking forward to it every week. So we'll be back next week. And until then...
have fun.
And keep creating.
Bye-bye.